All right, so I have a moment. So let's get into astronumerology for health, and we're going to get into the number seven. Okay, so the number seven is the deep thinker of the numbers, right? That's the person who likes to go within, be to themselves, always thinking about something, evaluating something. So, what type of problem would be associated with that individual? Now, before I tell you what that is, who is the seven in the chart? The 7 day is those born on the 7th and those born on the 16th. Okay, so you carry the seven energy. And if you are thinking all of the time, that means you could have brain problems. That means you could have stress problems. That means that you could have memory loss problems. So, how does this show up in your life? Well, it of course shows up in breakouts, skin breakouts from stress. Too much stress causes the skin to erupt at different points. That's one thing. Also, the sevens can have the overeating, right? So they could be in the obesity state, but they can also have the other side of it, under eating, not eating enough because they're caught up in their mind in those different things. They can have brain tumors. Okay, that's something. They could have leg problems because they sit a lot, and therefore they could not utilize the legs as much. And anything that you don't use, you lose, right? And the thing that comes with that also is clotting issues from sedentary lifestyle while they're in the books. They can also have if they have an autoimmune disorder, of course, they have inflammation on the brain, inflammation of the skin. Inflammation of the skin includes disorders such as lupus, discoid lupus, particularly, right? They can have weak area of their spine from sitting a lot and compressing the spine. Another issue. It's okay to be a deep thinker, but if you're not moving, doing movement meditation, then you end up with these problems with your body. So if we continue on with the theme, you can also imagine that that person might have hip problems, right, from this long sitting. How do you overcome some of the things with the seven? Well, you get up, you walk, you exercise, you pay attention to what you eat, if you're eating, if you're not eating, because again, both sides of the coin are bad, right? You go have yourself examined for things related to the head. They can have head injuries, can be prone to head injuries because the seven is the thinker. And the seven is also the advisor. So there can be some issues there with them having some consequences with in order to advise, you have to be able to communicate your words, right? So they can have a problem with words, and they can have a problem with the tongue, the mouth, and speaking. Okay. So that's the general problems that a seven have. Sevens again can have the back problem and the compression. They can have arthritis and inflammation in the back. They can have general muscle ache from the sedentary type lifestyle. And back to what I was saying about how to counterbalance it, you stretching, moving, like walking, yoga, swimming, all of those things helps. So again, this is if you're born on the 7th or the 16th. Let me know if it resonates. Bye.